There was a situation in my village that I carried forward. When we were burying my dad, we were out there meeting with the elders because he was the local chief. And the women were at the back of the house cooking. They had finished the first round of cooking. They didn't want to extinguish the fire because they are going to cook another one. So that fire that was going down now was bringing smoke, a lot of smoke. The other women that were there were carrying pieces of paper and giving to elders in the sitting room to be fanning the flame, the smoke out of their faces. Then my mother's, that is my grandmother's junior sister, came in and saw the something. He just collected one of the pieces of paper from one of the women and went to the fire and fanned the fire to flame. The smoke stopped. He gathered all the pieces of paper they gave us, and you saw wisdom. You understand? He didn't tear paper to distribute. He took one paper to the fire, fanned the fire to flame, and that was the end of the smoke. And the men said, you are a wise woman, you are very wonderful. But even when the foolish women were giving you pieces of paper, there was no wise man there to say, go and fan the fire. Wait, miss. This wise woman is wiser than the men also.
Yeah, of course.
But the men won't acknowledge that. No. He said you are a wise woman. They qualify that wise woman. Instead of saying you are wise, so that they can incorporate us. I told you about my mother in the village. The sister was, the cousin, the niece, whatever they call them. The fifth miscarriage. When I came in that day, she was weeping there with my mom. And then explaining the child, my mother, what I say this again. After they talk, and my mother said, maybe you begin to go to church. That was my mother's final advice. The woman settled herself and left. Then I now asked my mother, why did you say she should begin to go to church? Maybe she will now begin to go to church. You see, because since the lesser gods are not able to solve her problem, maybe she should carry it to the Almighty. I said, oh, that's the meaning of she go to church. He said, that's what she thinks so. I said, okay, you are not wrong. I said, you know what the error is? The gods that she's going to, Yoloku and Yoloku, they are not servants to the Almighty. They are rivals. You see, they are not in the same portfolio at all. See, I say yes. So don't think that those ones are assistant God. No, they are not. They are the reason she's suffering. See, when I left, my mother carried it into the woman to tell her that see what I said, this and that and that and that. I don't know how the woman started going to church. Carried her mother and left for church. See, she has no hand with anything. Nobody should go to oracle for her. Nobody should. Luckily for her, her mother was dead. So she was under very little pressure. But the next time that I came, almost 7 months, she was pregnant. My mother said she's pregnant. I said she has always been pregnant. This is the 6th one that I know. It is whether this will survive 9 months that is the testimony. Mother said yes. I said okay. Now that she's pregnant and she knows she has always been pregnant, this is the time to hold fast to the church she's going now before the evil that did that with the 5 previous ones will come again. My mother said yes. He kept going to the woman to go to church. My mother would drag her to church every day. We'd go and meet her, let's go to church. And the woman delivered 2 boys. Wow. And by the time the woman had delivered 2 boys, my mother was already a stronger church member than herself.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
So my mother now became evangelist. That I said, all these things with people are serving is not lesser God. It's not God at all. Our God has no lesser anything. Nobody is presenting him in shrine, and the people there were fighting my mom. Do you know when my mom died? Before we could say Don Jones, the church has built up and gathered and did. Oh my God, the burial was something else. You know? So these people in the village think that the shrine they serve is lesser God or assistant to the Almighty. Mm-hmm. And so that if you cannot reach Tinubu, you can go to his personal assistant and something like that. They need to be told that the two are parallels. Are not the same at all. They have no connection whatsoever. That is the life we are living.